Ask questions over at the Wire 96.5 tent. We've approved a couple of them. Some of them are crazy, some of them are good, you know. Megan Winterbottom from Springfield, New Jersey. This is actually going to be a question for each of you. We're going to start with Sam, we're going to move down the line. What did you like most about the character that you played and playing that character?
Oh my God.
Personally, I love the fact that I got to wear nothing. That's an absolute joke. No, I personally could relate to most the insecurities that Finnick has. That underneath this charismatic and charming exterior is a very, very lost boy. You know, he's got a dark edge, and I'd say that.
Well, I too like that I got to wear nothing. No, Joanna was, I mean, I love her unpredictability. It was really nice. I got to keep all these guys on their toes on set, so that was pretty fun.
How about you, Jeffrey?
BT, and I assume most of you have read the books, yes? Well, I like the idea, and I think what appeals about these stories to many people is that it's a society, it's an unjust society in which people are being exploited. And I like that BT is a part of the solution to that injustice, and that he's a part of standing up and saying there can be a better way for us to live, and takes part in making that happen. So that's my guy, BT.
Hello, Cherry Hill. So I play Enobaria. You guys know who that is, right? I think I loved having sharpened teeth. That was really fun. And a lot of people say, oh, you're the villain, you're the baddie. No, I'm the badass. A lot of fun, and it was a lot of fun, and it was really wonderful to be part of Catching Fire, to be part of this world, and to be trying to survive. Thank you guys all for coming out.
On that, exactly. Thank you for making your way out here today. You guys kicked some butt. And speaking of kicking butt, I think Brutus, for me, was his competitive nature. I think I identified most with the idea that all of these guys are fierce fighters. They've all been previous winners. So you got to remember that going in, that all of these guys won. So there's something, you know, every one of them was to be reckoned with. And for me, it was his competitive nature.
Awesome. That was a good first question. Nice job, Megan from Springfield. This is Jessica from Kennett Square. This is for the females on the set here. What was your training regimen like before shooting Catching Fire? You can start with Maida. Both of you, Jenna and Maida.
Wow.
Asking about your training.
Well,
you gotta get in shape, you gotta get tough.
First of all, I have to thank Jenna, because she helped me a lot with the training, because at first it was so difficult. We had hours, 4 or 5 hours, plus a personal trainer, learning mixed martial arts, and I had a sword, so I was doing a lot of sword fighting, and the people who trained me also did the Matrix, so they were really, really hardcore. And at first, my second day, it was so hard I threw up. And then and then Jenna had worked with this group of people, and when I first met her, I said, I don't know how I'm going to do this. And she said, no, keep going. And she's right, so thank you.
I'd like to report out that you got a hype for the throw-up. They cheered
I'm
for
just
throw-up.
saying, as a girl, how amazing when you go into the gym, all bets are against you, and to be able to pull through and beat the boys and go harder than you've ever done and push your body chopped down like almost a whole acre of a forest to prepare for this. The martial arts guys are like, just get out there with an axe and just keep chopping, chop, chop, chop. So that's pretty much all I did, really. Just like, I wielded an axe.
So you have to buy an axe. This question is for Sam. This is from Alan from Medford. Sam, what did you find most interesting and profound about playing Finnick's character? Interesting and profound. You have to find two things here.
I mean, for me, the transformation was pretty profound. You know, I walked into the audition room as a very pale, out of shape, very untanned, hairy being, and came out with a waxed chest, a six-pack, and a tan. So I think my friends and family were somewhat disgusted that I turned into a surfer dude. But the most interesting thing, what was the question?
Interesting and profound thing about playing Finnick's character.
Yeah, the most interesting thing would definitely be like
the waxed chest, right?
I think we'll leave it there. I mean, I think I've given you a large list, a long list of things that...
All right, sounds good. This question is for Bruno. This is Megan from Wilmington. Wanted to know if there were any pranks on set, and if you participated with them, or if you witnessed any. Were you guys pranking each other in Hawaii when you were filming?
You know, this was one of those sets that was very relaxed, fun, and professional. So you couldn't ask for a better combination of elements in you know, to be working in. And as far as pranks go, there were always things happening. You know, some things we could share, some things we can't share. But nonetheless, yeah, it was a good time had by all.
All right, sounds good. Sounds also... never mind. This question is from Jennifer Lawrence.
Woo! That's me!
Your name is Jennifer
I'm
Lawrence.
not even kidding!
All right. Jennifer wants to know, and I'm going to go to Jeffrey on this one. If you were a citizen of Pan Am, how would you fight injustice of the Capitol?
Whoa. Deep.
You know, I guess.
Musical mics.
Hello, hello, hello.
Check.
There we
Hey,
go.
first of all, are you guys really excited to see this movie? Really? I want to tell you a secret. I've seen this movie, and I think you guys are going to be blown away. I'm so excited for all of you, because it really is, these are your stories, and these are your movies, and I'm very excited that you'll finally gain ownership of this one. But I think that if I were faced with the type of injustice that that the characters within these stories face in Panem, I think that I would try to fight that injustice as my character does, with as much intelligence as I possibly could. Don't know exactly how I would go about it, but I hope it would be well considered, very tactful, very efficient, and very effective.
Good answer.
Thank you.
Smart answer. Smart guys wear glasses. I like that. This question is from Maida. Maida, besides your own character, Sarah from Northeast Philly is asking this. Besides your own character, who is your favorite character in the movie? So you can't be biased. You can't say yourself.
Wait, can you hear? That one. You can. Ooh, this question could get me in trouble.
Yeah. Somehow she's gonna make everybody on the stage happy
This
right now.
question could get me in a lot of trouble, but I guess I would have to say, besides my compadre here, Brutus, it would have to be Katniss. Right? Because we're each other's nemesis. She is who Enobaria thinks is the one to get. And so I think it would have to be Katniss, for sure. Besides, of course, Brutus.
And everybody else here, right? For Jenna, what made... What's that?
Can I answer that question?
Yeah, go for it. You can answer.
Not to offend anyone, but I might say PETA. Oh, you guys are familiar with PETA?
I'm not getting caught up with
But I'll tell you what.
Katniss, though.
I'll tell you why I say PETA.
happens, Gail.
I'll tell you. The reason I would say PETA is because Josh is so cute. But aside from that, also because I think that, you know, the wonderful thing about these stories is that they're, you know, all the bells and whistles of big budget movie making and all of that, but there's some really very interesting themes and very interesting ideas that are being presented within these stories that really differentiate these movies from most movies of this type. And I think PETA's journey is a fascinating journey for us as a society now, as a society that's at war, even though we don't necessarily feel the ramifications of that as much as we might. And his journey is one of a soldier who's trying to come to grips with the trauma of war. And I think it's an incredibly poignant, really moving journey for him over the course of these 3 books. So PETA's my favorite, aside from Joanna.
Awesome. Jody from Westchester wants to know who on the stage was the biggest fan of the book series before taking part in the movies.
Jenna.
What do you guys think of this?
Jenna!
I don't know. I think we were all pretty big fans. I mean, we're all pretty big fans. It's kind of hard to tell. I mean, I kind of maybe might take the cake for that one. I read all 3 books in less than 48 hours. So.
That's not possible.
It was! Yes!
In 5 days, and I thought that was impressive.
48 hours? That's
I couldn't stop. I was just like, oh, no. Yes.
All right, this question is for Sam. What was it like filming in Hawaii?
I was wearing very little.
Ow!
It was good. I mean, what is paradise? You know, it was a family. We were shooting with a family. You know, we had Jennifer, Josh,
Woo!
Frank, the director, Jenna. We had all of us. In fact, all 5 of us up here were in Hawaii. Hawaii is paradise. There's the sea, there's the sun, there's the sand, and then there's the Hunger Games. You know, so it was a dream come true.
All right, I'm going to run down the stage here, run down the line. I'm going to start with Bruno over there. What is your favorite part about the Hunger Games universe? Now, this question was asked just for one of you, but I'd like to get everybody's take on this. Your favorite part of the Hunger Games universe?
First and foremost are the books, right? I mean, and then would be all of you, right? Because without Suzanne Collins, and without any of you, none of us would be here. So for me, I admire and I respect your passion for this trilogy and for you know, Suzanne Collins and her stories and characters. So for me, it's about Suzanne Collins and all of you guys.
How about you, Maida?
For me, it's definitely the story and the imagination, the themes of taking reality television and stuff that's happening today and putting it in the future that is still relatable. And it's also, because they're books, I know when I read a book, my imagination goes wild. And the world of the Hunger Games, the fashion, the architecture, the visuals, all being so extra, but then we can all relate, is my favorite. And also the concept of surviving and how we survive. Because I know we all, it's hard being human. So that was a huge question, and I hope I answered it. So.
I think they're happy with that. Jeffrey, what do you think about this? Favorite part about being in the Hunger Games universe?
My favorite part about being in the movies?
In the universe.
In the universe.
Yeah, in whole.
It's really out of an interaction with the fans that I've come to understand this, is that what's fascinating about the Hunger Games universe is that it is in some regards like anything that is universal, in that everyone can find themselves within these stories. And people have a very personal relationship with these stories, and for different reasons. Some might think it's because they feel they have a connection to a character. There's a character within the story whose journey is similar to theirs. Others say, well, you know, I like the politics of these stories. I feel very connected to these politics. But they might address it in their own specific ways. It's totally nonpartisan. Others feel, well, I'm very attracted to this strong heroine at the center of these stories. But everyone finds themselves drawn to these things for very unique ways that are particular to their own experience. And in that way, it really is universal because it's welcoming of all of us. And we can, we bring ourselves there, and we can celebrate ourselves within it. And I think that's really special. And so that's my answer.
All right, Jenna?
Yeah. Why, thank you, young man.
Absolutely. Jenna, what do you think? Favorite part about the movie?
Absolutely, hands down, the fans. AKA the true revolutionaries, AKA the true teenage geniuses. Because without, I mean, anyone can write something beautiful, anyone can act something beautiful, anyone can interpret something beautiful, but because you guys have heard it and taken it and your passion is so beautiful, it's so inspiring for us. We only want to make it great for you. And so for me, that's the most beautiful thing to be a part of, is to get to be able to be a part of your true revolution, because we're too old at this point. Like, it's your world and you are the true revolutionaries, so take it. Kill it!
Follow that up, Sam.
And that's my answer. No. I mean, for me, yeah. I mean, it's going to be difficult to top that. And I totally agree with everything these guys have said. But I mean, for me personally, it's to have the opportunity to enjoy this experience. You know, to enjoy this with great people. You know, and not only these four, but you know, kudos to those guys who can't be here today, like Jennifer Lawrence, Josh Hutcherson, Liam Hemsworth, Philip Seymour Hoffman, Woody Harrelson, Elizabeth Banks. You know, the list is endless, and you know, to be a part of that, and to be a part of the Hunger Games family, and I do class you guys as family. You know, we're very lucky to be here, and so thank you, because without you, we wouldn't be here.
That was a very serious question. Rachel from Mount Laurel, for all of you, wants to know, what does the fox say?
They don't
The
know
best part
it!
is watching none of them
They
get
don't know it!
What does the fox say? You like that?
Oh, yes, the new YouTube video, right?
Yeah.
The video is amazing.
No, it's not.
All right, awesome. Before we let everybody go today, which we want to thank all of you for spending your Sunday with us, before we let you go, we want to leave everybody with one line here. You know, we're all gonna go see Catching Fire, right? We're all gonna hop on our social networks, our Twitter and our Facebook and our Instagram, and we're gonna tell everybody something that the cast told us about Catching Fire. Now, what is everybody gonna be telling their social networks about? What's one line that they need to leave here with, knowing what they're in for with Catching Fire?
Fire is catching.
What the sugar cube? I mean, the PG-13 version is fire is catching. I mean, come on, like, just ignite, ignite, ignite.
Listen, I'll tell you in one word, Catching Fire rocks.
All right. Real or not real? Real.
How about you, Maiden?
You know, ignite the fight.
All right. Now we all want to thank you. Now, first, I think we should take a couple pictures. Everybody's holding up their cameras, right? We should leave everybody with something good. So should we give them a good shot?